What if I told you you could get a 650 cubic centimeters cruiser that handles like a sport bike, rides like a couch, and costs less than a used car? Sounds perfect, right? That's the 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan S on paper. But here's the thing. This bike is loved by beginners, praised by commuters, and still, many riders avoid it like the plague. Why? What's the secret behind Kawasaki's middleweight mutant cruiser? We're breaking down everything, the good, the bad, and the stuff no one else tells you. And yes, we'll talk about the gear shift vibration issue and whether this thing actually deserves the cruiser label. Let's ride into it. The concept, a rebel with a ninja heart. At first glance, the Vulcan S looks like your typical mid-range cruiser. But look again, and the oddball DNA starts to show. This isn't a laid-back, chrome-laden Harley copy. It's a sporty, steel-framed mutant cruiser, powered by the same 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine found in the Ninja 650 and Z650. What Kawasaki created here isn't a wannabe chopper. It's a hybrid, part cruiser, part sport commuter, all torque. And in 2025, it's received subtle, but smart, updates. What's new for 2025? Let's get this straight, no full redesign this year. But the 2025 Vulcan S does bring new LED headlight unit with DRL, revised instrument panel with TFT color display, ride-by-wire throttle, finally, 2 selectable ride modes, standard and sport, updated slipper clutch for lighter lever pull, €5 plus compliant engine tweaks with slightly smoother throttle delivery, and 2 fresh color options, Obsidian Graphite and Arctic Mint Pearl. Still based on the same chassis and engine combo, but slightly more refined where it matters. Engine, the sport bike in disguise. Let's talk about that engine, the real star of the show. The 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin is liquid-cooled. Dock produces 61 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and around 46 pound-foot of torque at 6,600 RPM. It's smooth, it's linear, and it loves to rev, unlike traditional V-twin cruisers. Around town? It's torquey and easy. Open roads? It'll scream up to 100 miles per hour and beyond without hesitation. This is what gives the Vulcan S its unique edge. But it's also why some cruiser purists hate it. It's not lumpy. It doesn't shake. It doesn't sound like thunder. It sounds, well, like a ninja. Because it is. Ride and handling, sporty for a cruiser, soft for a sport bike. Here's where the Vulcan S walks a fine line. The handling is great for a cruiser. 18-inch front and 17 rear wheels. Low 27.8-inch seat height. Slim chassis that flat-footers love. Rake and trail that lean towards stability but allow decent cornering. You can hustle it through corners more confidently than most cruisers. But don't get carried away. The suspension is still soft, a single rear shock with preload adjustment, and traditional forks up front. It's fine for urban roads and weekend rides, but overwhelmed by aggressive twisties or two-up touring. Brakes? Single 300mm disc front and 250mm rear, with ABS as standard in 2025. They're adequate. But if you come from a sport bike, you'll notice the lack of bite up front. Ergonomics, the ERGO-FIT secret weapon. This is where the Vulcan S absolutely shines. Thanks to Kawasaki's ERGO-FIT system, you can adjust foot peg position, 3 settings, handlebar reach, seat shape for taller or shorter riders. It's the only bike in its class offering this level of factory customization. Whether you're 5 feet 3 inches or 6 feet 3 inches, there's a combo that fits. It makes the Vulcan S beginner-friendly and incredibly comfortable, especially for smaller riders who struggle with bulkier cruisers. The bad, what honest reviews won't hide. Let's rip the bandage off. The Vulcan S isn't perfect. 1. Vibration at high RPM. Even with engine refinement in 2025, you still get buzz through the bars and pegs above 6,000 RPM. It's not painful, but on longer rides, it gets annoying. 2. Chain drive on a cruiser? Most cruisers come with belt drives, quiet, clean, low maintenance. But the Vulcan has a standard chain drive, which means more noise, more lube, more cleaning. It's fine for sport bikes, but weird on a cruiser. 3. Lack of tech. Yes, it got TFT and ride modes in 2025, but no traction control, no cruise control, no cornering ABS, no quick shifter. In a world where even beginner bikes are getting more advanced, the Vulcan S feels basic. 4. Sound. Let's be blunt. It doesn't sound like a cruiser. Even with an aftermarket exhaust, you're never going to get that deep, rolling rumble. It's a buzzy twin, and that's that. Pricing is still a bargain? In 2025, pricing starts at $7,899 for the standard model, $8,699 for the SE model with special paint and adjustable levers. That's solid value in today's market, especially compared to the Honda Rebel 1100, which starts over $10,000. It's also cheaper than almost every Harley-Davidson, Indian, or Triumph cruiser. So for riders on a budget who want real-world power and everyday reliability, the Vulcan S still delivers. Who should buy it? This bike is for white heavy checkmark beginners who want confidence and comfort. White heavy checkmark commuters who ride daily and don't want 900 pounds of metal. White heavy checkmark riders moving up from a 300 or 500 cubic centimeters bike. White heavy checkmark anyone who wants cruiser looks without cruiser drama. It's not for crossmark hardcore cruiser fans chasing V-twin thunder. Crossmark 2-up touring junkies. Crossmark tech heads who want radar, cruise control, and every gadget. The 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan S is a unique offering in the cruiser world. It's not trying to be a Harley. It's not chasing old-school cool. It's a modern, sport-tuned, lightweight cruiser with real-world torque, ninja-sourced reliability, custom-fit ergonomics, and a price that undercuts nearly everything in its class. Is it perfect? No. It vibrates at high RPMs. It's missing some tech. And it doesn't have the sound or soul of a classic cruiser. But if you want a motorcycle that just works every day, in every way, this might be the smartest cruiser under $9,000. Just don't expect chrome and thunder. Expect torque and simplicity. This is Acer Rider, where we test the bikes the industry won't tell you the truth about. Subscribe for honest reviews, deep dives, and no fluff verdicts. White right pointing backhand index, drop a comment. Would you buy a Vulcan S? Or would you hold out for a Rebel 1100 or Harley Nightster? Until next time. Ride smart. Ride loud. Ride honest.